Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be talking about lipids, fats and oils. What are functions of lipid, foods that contain high amount of lipids and low, also what is recommended intake we need, and what happens if there is deficiency and excess. So if that's something that interests you, please keep on watching. So what are lipids? Lipids are major component of cell membrane as well as hormones, pigments, etc. They are essential for energy, growth and development of the human body. Now what are fats and oils? And how are they related to lipids? So they are a type of lipid. So when these lipids are solid at room temperature, they are called fats like butter. And when they are liquid at room temperature, they are called oils like olive oil, etc. Let's move on to functions. So they have role to play in food and health. At first we'll cover food. So firstly it improves taste, flavor and color of food. This is like self-explanatory. Take for example you making roti. You make it without ghee, it won't taste that good, even flavor or color compared to when you cook with ghee. Secondly, it gives texture to food, like if you are making laddus, so when you add ghee you can make them round, isn't it? Third is it is medium of heat transfer. Before we cook we heat oil, right, and then we add what we need. For example, if you are making pakora, you will heat oil first and you will then add the batter. So with that heated oil your pakora is cooking, right? And lastly it increases shelf life, means your food stays good for long time. Means for example you add oil to pickle, so they stay fresh, right? Now let's move to role in health. At first it is a concentrated source of energy. Now you all know that proteins and carbohydrate provides 4 kilocalories of energy. If you don't know, do check out my videos of carbohydrate and protein. I'll leave down link in description box. So as proteins and carbohydrate provides 4 kilocalories per gram, fats give us 9 kilocalories per gram. So it is 50% more than what carbohydrate and proteins give. That is why it is said to be concentrated source of energy. Then how does it act as structural component? Cell membranes of all body have composed of phospholipids. So that is how it is structural component. Fat is poor conductor of heat, thus it prevents heat loss from the body. So layer of fat underneath the skin provides insulation to maintain body temperature, and it also acts like a shock absorber. There is layer of lipid under the skin and surrounding the vital organ. So this padding absorbs external mechanical shock and thus prevent injury. Also it serves as structural support to the organs. Our nerve fibers are surrounded by lipids called myelin sheath, which provides insulation. Vitamins like A, D, E and K are fat soluble, hence they require some amount of fat to be absorbed. So a quick tip is add some amount of fats or oil in food preparation using vitamin A rich food like green leafy vegetable, carrots, etc. So it is also a source of essential fatty acid. Now essential fatty acid is fatty acid that humans and other animals must ingest because the body requires them for good health but cannot synthesize them. Food sources like fish, flax seeds are rich in essential fatty acids. Then lipids like cholesterol is the precursor of some steroid hormones such as sex hormones and some adrenal hormones. When lipids are transported, they are combined with proteins and circulate in form of lipoprotein in blood, and at last lipids act like local hormones and perform important functions like regulating body temperature. So the recommended intake of fat and oil is 20 to 35% of total energy. So if you require, say suppose 1500 kilocalories per day, 20 to 35% of that should be through lipids. Now coming to foods that are high in fats, that is about 10 gram per 100 gram. Soya bean, brown and white, coriander seeds, cumin seeds, mace, nutmeg, poppy seeds, almonds, cashew nut, coconut dry and fresh, garden cress seeds, gingerly seeds, groundnuts, mustard seeds, linseed, niger seeds, pine seeds, pista, sunflower seeds, walnuts, paneer, koa, egg yolk, egg whole, chicken leg, chicken thigh, chicken wing and avocado, etc. Now coming to foods low in fat, that is below 1 gram per 100 gram, 1 gram or below that. So rice, milled and parboiled, refined wheat flour, semolina, that is rava, vermicelli, filled beans, horse grams, lentil, amaranth leaves, bitter leaves, cabbage, fenugreek leaves, lettuce, mustard leaves, pumpkin leaves, radish leaves, spinach, tamarind leaves, ash gourd, bitter gourd, bottle gourd, brinjal, broad beans, capsicum, cauliflower, cluster beans, cucumber, drumstick, fill beans, French beans, jackfruit, ladyfinger, raw mango, raw papaya, parval, peas, plantain, pumpkin, ridge gourd, snake gourd, tomato, apple, apricot, banana, blackberry, cherries, currants, custard apple, dates, fig, gooseberry, grapes, guava, lychee, mango, muskmelon, orange, papaya, peach, pineapple, pomegranate, raisin, strawberry, watermelon, carrot, beetroot, potato, sweet potato, tapioca, yam, chilies, coriander leaves, garlic, ginger, mint leaves, onion, etc. Now let's move to deficiencies. What can happen if there is deficiency of lipid, that is less than 15% total? It leads to dry scaly rash, growth retardation in children, poor wound healing, and are more prone to infection. It affects absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, K. It leads to change in serum triglyceride, cholesterol, and when there is low fat or oil intake, they may not provide protection against breast cancer or cardiovascular diseases. Now coming to the last part, that is what can happen if we have excess, that is more than 35% than total. It leads to more adipose tissue, that is fat cell in the body. It affects or de-shaping the body contour. It leads to overweight and obesity. It elevates level of serum cholesterol and low density lipoprotein. It can lead to coronary heart disease, certain types of cancer, inflammatory disease, and autoimmune disease. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching my video. Hope it was helpful. See you guys next time. Until then, eat healthy, stay safe, and stay happy.